Welcome back to the round number 5 of this amazing tournament. We are 638 players.
Yep, of course, at the PauperGeddon Spring Edition 2024. I am your friendly neighborhood Sapo with the huge, super sexy Mirko Ciavatta.
Hello, everybody.
We're talking about some deck in the other part of the meta game. If you type meta, you can watch the meta game of the main event.
And I love in particular one deck that is the last
one.
of the others.
Yeah.
This Flickertron, there is a brave players. That
I was asking what's the playability of the Flickertron in actual meta game. You are an expert of that deck. You win a pair of PauperGeddons, as I remember.
I can read the number of the second most player deck that is Ponza, and there are 78 players that are running this.
He's a madman that chooses to play Flickertron.
This nightmare.
But on the feature match, on the feature table, now we have the most played the deck in the field, so we have Affinity against Ponza.
Yeah,
against Ponza, RG Ponza.
It will be interesting to see if the matchup is good for one deck or another. Because if you ask to the player on the room, it seems like Ponza is a little bit up.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
I don't have an opinion in this case.
I have only hate against Ponza deck. I have no opinion.
I think that in this moment, the Chrysalid give to Ponza a huge boost.
Chrysalid is a huge boost.
Huge boost, because if you play a 4/5 that ramp to another big threat, it's incredible. Because every threat of Affinity were only 4/4, and now he has only a lot of flyers, but that Chrysalid has reached.
Has reached, of course, and it can become more bigger.
Yeah,
if you have two of them and sacrifice.
If you play the second, it's a completely
really
disaster.
Huge.
You have maybe the most big threats in the current meta, so
that's the reason, in my opinion, why fairy deck are not so performing in this meta game.
Yeah, Sneaky Snacker is the best card against fairy.
Yeah,
not in fairy.
It's really strange. A fairy traitor that he's really powerful against the same kindred. Yeah.
I think so. So that's another point, because Affinity. In the current meta, is running a lot of cast down over Galvanic Blast, just to deal with the big threats of Ponza.
This kind of big threat, that don't die to the Galvanic Blasts. We didn't see even an Arts of Blade in the high tables.
Orzo Blade seems like a really cool deck, because the Furbished Familiar is a huge threat and a huge tool inside the deck.
Really nice.
More than a threat. Because
yeah.
But
it's a nice symbiosis with Ephemerate, for example.
Yeah.
I really like to discard
with Ephemerate, with Glintok. There are many ways to build your Orzo Blade. I don't think that there are lists that are set up perfectly at the moment.
Okay.
I think that a lot of player has to go deep.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, but the meta is changing. So I think that we must wait a pair of weeks that the list will go. But in the meanwhile, the match started, and here we go. On the upper part, the big, huge Paolo Don Francesco, one of the members of the head directive of Lega Pauper Italia and head member of the Lega Pauper Firenze, that are playing Ponza. What a traitor. And against Manella with Grixis Affinity.
Yes.
Yeah, they're throwing the dice. It's okay.
So in this moment, if you think about the keep that the true player has to has to try to have. Affinity must try to find a removal spell to deal with Arborant.
Okay.
Otherwise,
you need a cheap removal.
Yeah, like a Galvanic Blast or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to a Mulligan. Perfect.
Okay, no removal. Mulligan.
Removal Mulligan. It can be correct to dig. I don't know if the two player know.
I think they know. I think they know what each other
I
are
think
playing.
So. So in this case, you have to try at least to find the right end to face your opponent, to deal with your opponent. So I think that Ponza is a little bit up, but we will see.
It depends to the land that choose to play the Greeks. Is if you start with 2 on 3 indestructible land.
That's a good point.
It's a big boost to the against a land destruction deck.
That's a good point.
If you have, for example, only 2 lands in the starting hand and they are destructible, I think that you can think about a mulligan to choose the indestructible ones to play against.
Then another point, you cannot mulligan into 4 or 3, so you have to try one time and then...
Or maybe he simply had no lands in the hand. Just mulligan. We can know. Okay, no indestructible land, but so here we go with the rest.
New Refurbished Familiar. It is a really good card against Ponza because you can try to deal with the amount of resources of your opponent. So this is a huge card, and you can in mid game trade for some creature, then take them back with Blood Fountain, discard more cards, and also they are flyers, so it's a really cool card in this matchup.
Is better. I really like Refurbished Familiar against Ponza because this version of Ponza doesn't have that creatures that cycle themselves. For example, the Elvish Visionary or the Saruf Packmate that let you draw a card when enter the battlefield.
Yes.
So you have pretty reduced resources in this kind of deck. So letting you discard a card is a huge advantage against a deck that don't draw cards.
Yes. What do you think about the new? I don't remember the name because it's always difficult. But the new cantrip,
the Malevolent. This one?
Yeah,
I really love it. I tried to build some versions of the Glee combo, and I think that card fits perfectly in that deck. And
Malevolent Rumble, yes.
And in other decks that use a lot of permanence as a core engine of the deck.
Yeah,
I really like it. Then let you ramp with the token.
Yeah.
It is it is an enabler of the Glee combo.
Yeah.
So you can choose to try to assemble the combo one turn earlier.
Yeah.
In the match, and this is simply a treasure-like generating token of Deadly Dispute, for example.
Yeah.
This is more
also
oriented in card selection instead of card advantage, for example, like Deadly Dispute.
But I think that in Ponza it suits perfectly because you ramp, you dig, you find your threats.
That's the point, exactly.
It works well with the new Chrysalid.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, we distracted, then 20 seconds, and here two Mirror Forces magically appear.
That's
from
the
nothing.
power. That's the power of on top play a Blood Fountain and then 2 for 4.
Yeah, nothing special, nothing serious.
10 power on board on turn 3.
And he tried to remove the black mana source.
Yeah.
But he must deal with the 2 Mirror Enforcer right now.
That's currently the
elephant in the room, literally.
Yeah, there is, I think, a huge clock, so it's a 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
So
literally,
now
10 damages on the board.
Yeah, and he can try to, if he is
he need an
running
officer
out,
at least.
Yeah.
stay alive. Here.
So there is the black source from a bridge, so that for the next turn, but some list of affinity can run some counter. So two blue mana means always something.
Yeah.
In all the deck.
But 2 blue mana is different from 2 islands.
Yes.
2 islands mean counterspell. 2 blue mana for this, like, it's not always a counterspell. But I saw a lot of lists of Greatest Affinity playing 3 or 4 copies of counterspell in the main deck.
Yeah.
Or a pair of Metallic Rebuke, for example. So this kind of affinity list became always more oriented through mid-range gameplay. Yeah.
So now there is the Chrysalid that can block very well against the Mirror Enforcer, and there are 2 tokens that can. Now only 1 token that can block and be sacrificed to...
a Thermocast,
Yeah. So only 2 lands for affinity, but 2 lands for affinity can be enough.
Of course. I still have 7 artifacts on the battlefield, so I don't care about your... But and there's still a black mana source here, so...
Yeah. Now, the problem is, if the affinity player has a red source plus a galvanic blast, the game is close to be over.
Yeah, oriented through the pawns up.
So now, combat phase. Combat first, and then we will see what happened. Double block the Mirror Enforcer. Don Francesco says, I don't want to be under a galvanic blast.
Yeah, take 2 damage.
That's correct. And
here's the red mana. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. And the Refurbished Familiar doesn't die because it has fly.
Yeah, it's flying. So
it is very, very huge. So 6 power on the battlefield, and the opponent is at 6.
So 1 turn clock.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Initiative. So this is good, but how much? How much? We will see. He is not untapping the red sources.
He has red mana. He has black mana.
Yeah.
He play Galvanic Blast. He play Cast Down. So
also a dispute to search for a Galvanic Blast.
To search. Yeah, of course.
So in this case, the situation for pawns is not very good.
Yeah, no.
But I think that game 1 is maybe the easiest.
For affinity?
Yeah.
After we'll check the sideboard to see what's the really big changes between the main board and the sideboard. But there's a chump block here. And now you are in my Galvanic Blast range.
Yeah.
And you become the monarch. You take the initiative.
Yeah. So the affinity player is running 1 basic land that is very good, very good. Not all the list has a basic land. Lately in the list of magical line, there are not many.
No, my bet was that he doesn't play basic lands.
Yeah. But the point is, if you face a cleansing wildfire deck, you are in a very bad position without any basics.
Yeah. At least 1 basic. You say that's the correct way. Yeah. Okay.
I think so. So that's correct. And now we will see.
Oh, the big one.
Oh. Okay.
With a Monguli Hatchet Moss. I saw.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Yes.
He searches for a basic land, a basic forest.
Red mana. No red mana.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's the Culdato Red.
Yeah. Now.
2+1/+1 counters due to initiative triggers.
Yes. Now 1 single removal or a Galvanic Blast plus red source. But the red source, I think it's easy. If you draw something like a dispute effect, you have the red source.
Or a chromatic star. Yeah.
Also a chromatic star. So, or a cast down if the affinity player is running some or not. I don't know. We will see. Play 2.
No.
What a suspense. What a suspense here. Okay.
Oh, before
He
this,
has attacked.
take his 4-4.
He
I
is-
think that he forgot has reach. No?
No? Okay. Draw a card. Okay.
Oh,
okay,
he's
okay.
trying
This
to-
is good. This is
okay.
good.
This makes
is
sense.
good. This is good. Nice plan. Nice plan. And now it's all on
The block.
the Ponza hand.
Yeah. Removing all the threats of Ponza is the way to maintain the threat level high.
Yes.
So you need to push and push again.
Yes.
So I think that Manella did the right choice there.
I think so.
Also-
Okay, this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem because with this you go to the second.
It's a 7-5, right?
Yes,
With the
second-
two counters.
7-6.
7-6. Yeah.
7-6 in the second room of initiative. So he can do a real comeback.
I think he missed the trigger of initiative. The Manella Nintendo.
No, because the initiative now is on Don Francesco.
2 turns
head.
ago, I think
Yeah.
that he missed the trigger. Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
right.
so.
Okay, no, right.
I don't think so.
The first one of the combat and the second one of
The second one was the counter on the Furbished
you're right.
Familiar.
You're right. Yeah.
So now the point is Don Francesco is under the top deck mode of the opponent because he can try to come back to this game, but if the opponent draw one single Galvanic Blast, the game end.
Yeah. But he has no red mana. Still no have the red mana. So he needs also the red mana source to cast that card. But
Yes, he has the red mana.
To answer to Cafferasi, there's no still a website where you can see the entire mana game share. There's only the graphic, I think. Yeah, confirmed. All the list and the detailed meta game of day 1 and day 2 will be published after the event ends.
So Thoughtcast, another draw spell. I think that is going okay. An Eagle Wellspring and Deadly
I think
Dispute,
that is GG.
Deadly
Okay,
Dispute.
no way out.
Other 3 cards. Other
Oh.
3 cards. Another treasure token. And Galvanic Blast. Yes or no?
We're
That's the
waiting.
question.
We're still
That's
waiting.
the question. Galvanic Blast. Yes or no?
I
No.
saw a lot of cards
I
going
think no
out of
Galvanic
the
Blast.
battlefield, but
No
yeah,
Galvanic Blast.
No, I think. Let's talk about the sideboard. How change the gameplay of both decks after the sideboard
Of a Bolt deck?
of both decks?
Both deck, yes.
Both deck.
I understand that. A Bolt deck.
Bolt
it
deck,
was
you know,
very
sorry.
funny. Very funny. So from the affinity side, we can see that the affinity player was running only 3 Galvanic Blasts.
Yeah.
So it happened
Really?
to not draw. It happened to not draw one single
That's karma.
Galvanic
Galvanic Blast need to
sometimes.
play in
Also-
4 copies, I think.
Also, Munations were
Wearing out. Not in that spot because
not in
he
the last
didn't
turn.
have the mana.
Not in the last turn. But in this case, he has 3 negates.
Yeah.
3 negates, and I think also you have to run also Hydroblast.
You want really Hydroblast against
I think
Ponza?
so. I think so because in post side there is Gorilla Shaman,
Yeah.
Cast into the Fire, that are big threats. Yeah,
And
big-
I think, that's enough. That's enough.
yes, I think that's enough. And from Ponza side, there are.
How effective are land denials here?
It depends. If you have cheap land denials, it's very, very good. And we can see for the Glamour, True Gorilla Shaman that can deal.
So you can think about Switch, Moonwoolly, and Thermocast with the Glamour and Gorilla Shaman here.
I don't think that you have to sideboard out all the Ponza effect.
You keep the thermocost?
I think so. Because you have to create a critical amount of
spells,
Ponza effect.
of redundant spell, yeah.
Otherwise, against a deck like Affinity is not enough. Because Affinity can play with 2 or 3 lands on board. Simply because your spells are quite free. And so you have to start your strategy very soon.
Yeah,
that's important.
So you think that it's better to keep low the number of interaction that Affinity can have in a single turn by reducing the lands. So you say that also having indestructible land, but that post sideboard with the Glamour is not so difficult to remove an indestructible land is an actual gameplay.
You have cheaper
land denial effect. Yeah.
So if you keep also the more slow Ponza effect, you have a really cool curve to do your strategy. And I think that you can reduce in this way the ramp effect because you don't need to rush. You have to play your strategy and be effective with this strategy, and then at one point when your opponent is playing a non-game, you put a simple one. You can easily do your stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. I like it.
Yeah.
Answering to Censi, yes, he is a Walker 735. Yeah. He's him, the great Paolo Don Francesco.
Yes, that can. He stolen a game just because the
out
Affinity
of nowhere didn't draw the Galvanic Blast. Yeah,
simply cutting off the Galvanic Blast from the opponent's deck with the mind.
But it's a psychological game for him.
Yes. So, Land and Utopia.
That's one of the best starting of
second
Ponza.
Undestructible land. Now the Glamour can be really cool.
Huge. Huge. You first choose to remove the black, the black.
Both are
the blue or the red.
I think blue. Because blue can deal with your Ponza effect. So with your Gorilla Shaman, and it give you the possibility to play a negate also.
Okay, so you prefer to remove the interactions instead of the interaction with my land denial instead of the interaction with the board. Because red is interaction with my board. It means that
but
you can.
I mean, all my threats are bigger than a single Galvanic Blast, so I think so.
I think I don't care.
Yeah.
Did I dispute? Trying to search something.
You can see how the Affinity player always wait for a Ponza effect to play a Deadly Dispute, and if not, in end of the turn, you can simply play draw three, and try to push the turn after. Now there is a 4/5, a future 4/5 on the board,
and it's counterspelled.
Okay,
that's nice.
As we say before, 2 blue mana source untapped can
mean a counterspell.
Spell.
And that's the familiar. That's the Ratatouille.
Only 1 mana. It is very good, very, very good.
If I think that at the beginning, a rare card was, for example, Savannah Lion, that is 2/1 for 1 mana, vanilla.
Yes.
And let's talk about this. It's huge.
We can argue that for many time, for a lot of time, Wizard print 2 mana, 1/1 rat that discard 1 card.
Yeah.
And now we have 1 mana, 2/1 flying rat that discard a card. It is incredible.
You were talking about the power creep, right?
A little bit. So with the 2 Eldrazi spawn, now Don Francesco is able to try to push with a boarding party.
Yeah. As soon as possible,
on
you
turn
need
4,
to. Yeah,
on turn 4.
Before the.
Wow. The Ant. The Ant is a big threat. The Ant is a big problem for Affinity in this moment, because a Galvanic Blast is not enough, that's for sure. Also, 3 life can be relevant.
Yeah, are always nice.
Yes, since your opponent is 20. So, so 20 damage.
It's a good clock
with
to
only,
close the game.
Yeah, with only 3 Galvanic Blast in the deck, so the Barn plan is not an option anymore.
Yeah. And I think that he sided out the makeshift munition.
I think so. I think some
that's
Barn
not
spell.
a so good card in this matchup. I think
that's true.
So yes, Nico, the threshold is 5-2 or at least 15 point. You can also do 4 wins and 3 draw, for example.
Yeah,
but 15 points.
Yeah. Now, the red new cantrip.
What's missing to make Odds of Blade with Ephemerate and Rat a tier 1 deck?
A good list. A good list.
That's a good base.
You need to find the good list, and it can be a cool deck. But in this moment, what do you pick from this new cantrip? Because
I didn't see the cards really.
True Chrysalid,
okay.
1 boarding party,
okay,
and an irrelevant card because I don't remember. But I think an elf.
I think I can take a Chrysalis here.
I think
because
so.
there's a token, a radio on the battlefield. So I can pump off 3 +1/+1.
Also, Don Francesco is missing some land drop.
Yeah.
So other 2.
I think that cost 4 spell is better in this moment.
Yeah.
You can afford to cast without sacrificing your token.
Yeah.
So I think that a better choice with the resource he has in this moment.
I think so. So another refurbished familiar. That this card, I think a Mongolia Asitmos. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he sacrificed the food for 3 lives.
Yeah. If you have spare mana at the end of the opponent's turn, it's always correct.
Yep.
Now you have to just continue to push with your elk, with your...
a fast clock is a good point of attack against
with your 3 that continue to...
You need
5 damage. This is another good card from the Lord of the Ring Universe Beyond, so...
What's your favorite card of that?
I think Lorien Reveals.
I know. That's huge. my favorite too.
Even if you saw the black one, the Troll of Khazad-dûm, the position is like you cannot enter.
You shall not pass. Yeah. I know with the Mac you say.
Yes, the Mac.
It enters.
It enters.
I don't think so. In English is horrible, but okay, you understood. Okay. You need. He choose to sacrifice the token and searching the 5 lands of the 5 mana with the initiative. It's nice.
So that's nice, but in this case, he decided to not. I think decide to not push on damage because I don't think that the 3 will attack.
Okay.
In this case.
Why he want to?
Just because otherwise your opponent can steal the initiative.
He has reach?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that part.
But there is a counter spell.
So I think that the combat phase will take... No, he did it after the combat phase.
I don't think so.
He passed.
I don't know.
If he casts a spell in the main phase, he can attack in the...
I think so.
So I think that he
did in the second main phase.
No sense, I think. Why?
Maybe it was a misclick on a magical line.
Misclick in real life are the next phase of
sometimes on Magic Online,
addiction of MTGO.
sometimes on Magic Online, you are like, okay, passing the second main phase, and if you pass very quickly, your opponent is on yield, so you can play your spells.
Yeah. I say that I saw F6 token sell in this event. It is wonderful. When you're playing against, for example, Cycle Storm, you can put the token on the battlefield and, okay, do what you want. Yeah. It's huge.
So a second refurbished familiar and a second creature with reach. So
nice.
Yeah. Also
nice.
announced this elf is able to stack it out your mana base, and now he's able to generate 7 mana. It is enough for
with the tokens,
yeah, for an Altisaur. Okay, so we will see, because in this spot an Altisaur can be an endgame
really
card.
Yeah.
I think that
Altisaurun Cascade. What's your bet?
What's my bet? I don't know. Every time that I play this kind of deck, I cascade.
I cast Utopia's Pro or Harbor Elf every single time.
Utopia, and my opponent drop
loath at me. Nice cascade, mate. Yeah, thank you.
But I think that Don Francesco will be strong enough to cascade a boarding party.
Yeah, I think that a Chrysalis here is the best thing you can cascade with all 2 tokens already on the battlefield.
You can cascade a boarding party, and then
you're a pro.
Yeah, you have always to think
the better things that can happen. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Let's
see. Forest, Altisaur, boarding party.
Wait.
Don Francesco is strong enough. Now
cascade again.
Result. The Glamour.
The Glamour. Oh, yeah, a denial effect. Why not?
But in this case, I don't think that you have to do a denial effect. I think that you have to reshuffle maybe one refurbished familiar. Just reduce the board state of your opponent. Even if it's counter spelled, yes.
Yeah, ramp token are a trigger.
The trigger on the cast.
It take place on the cast.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of negate on the Glamour.
Yeah. And now you have 2 big threats on the.
Who cares of the Glamour? Okay.
If you have this counter, in this moment, it's correct to play on a removal.
I have a lot of mana. I have a lot of cards in hand. Why not?
Yes, I think so. I think it's correct.
I think that every kind of land denial effect is useless right now. So I prefer to preserve my board.
I think
right
so.
Now. Yeah.
So I think that this game is almost over.
Why say that?
I don't know. If you watch the board state, Don Francesco is counting the damage. He's saying like, okay, you can try.
But he's counting 10 by 10. 10, 12, 30, 40.
You can try, but I will do a lot of damage here.
Yeah, sacrificing 1 and pump the Chrysalis.
The Chrysalis is a very new, good card.
I was saying pump the Chrysler. What? Okay, nice. There's a lot of damage here.
Yes. Look how the Don Francesco do very well with the Chrysalis, because you have to sacrifice one token, wait to resolve the trigger, because otherwise your opponent is able to play
galvanic blast. Yeah, you can sacrifice
blast.
the other one. Yeah, it's wise.
Yes.
It's really wise.
So
it's a really, really difficult time for Manella.
What Affinity can do to come back from
this
situation?
Is an option.
This is good, but you have to sacrifice like 7 artifacts.
I think that sacrificing 7 artifacts is even better than die.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I think that the first one is an Necro Wellspring.
Yes. So you can
with
draw.
the damage on the stack, I draw a card, I saw what happens.
Yes.
And I sacrifice the rest. I have a treasure token that can go
also
for a second instead.
Yes.
And then there are lands.
This can be a huge comeback.
Yeah.
And also your
You
flight.
cold.
Yeah.
what can save Affinity? This one. Here
This
you go.
one. And look that all the... Oh, okay. I think that the Mirror Enforcer die.
I think that he casted after yeah.
I'm not sure.
He casted after, yeah.
Yeah. I think that
I think that he was a shortcut. After the wipe, I will cast this, and he put it on the table. But
okay. Mirror on the stock.
No way out.
Okay.
No way out.
With mirror on the stock. I think
on the
so.
stock. Okay. Something like that.
I think so.
So 1-1.
1-1.
Nice. Oop.
Stocked artifact with damage on the stock. Okay.
Okay. That's nice. There will be game 3. Yeah. And interesting. Do you think that they will change something else in the sideboard between game 3?
We didn't see any Ponza effect, so...
You think that he removed?
No. We saw a Mongolia Acid Mons discarded by Refurbished Familiar.
Okay.
Also the Glamour, and I think that Gorilla Shaman is inside that sideboard just for this matchup. So maybe it was the problem was that Affinity started this game. So maybe in the game 3, when Don Francesco start, it will be maybe a good plan.
Yeah. I think that there's no that massive critical mass that you're talking before.
Yeah.
That you're talking before of land denial effect.
Yeah.
Here. So I think that's an option to remove all the land denial effect, but maintain for example, the Glamour that with a removal spell.
But then
and non-land denial.
You can see that if you do that plan, your opponent can try to come back with only one Carcoin Shaman, like in this moment.
I think that he didn't side out the land denial. Happens the same. So
yeah, I think so.
That's you. I don't know. You play land denial against indestructible land has no sense. I think that's not the right point of attack.
It can be. It can be. I think that there are plenty of options, plenty of line.
It depends a lot of your starting hand.
Yes,
if you
can starting hand
chip,
and also the Glamour.
Go away.
And the turn after,
you put on the bottom, or you shuffle.
You shuffle.
Okay.
You shuffle. And now Don Francesco is able to play the next turn a 5 mana threats without any other lands.
Yeah.
So this is huge. This is huge. It's funny.
Exclamation point standing.
It's funny that I say the game is over and the game is almost over and the Grixis Affinity won the game.
If you want some foresee of the future, take what we said and do the opposite.
Yeah. So now use the help.
Yeah, 6 mana, 5 mana, and
initiative.
Here we go.
Turn
I take the initiative.
Initiative
and the opposite, 3. and the opponent has a top of the land.
Yeah.
And nothing else, nothing other. Yeah, nice.
So we can say that the game is almost. No, I will not say that.
No, stop it. I just finished to say that the land denial is not a plan. Here we go.
Yeah. We are a good pair of casters.
Yeah, that was a perfect. Yeah, of course.
Yes, I think so. So another land and
a blood fountain.
Blood fountain. Now.
Yeah.
Only 1 mana for what card? Metallic Rebuke, maybe, but I don't.
Yeah, I think that
he played counterspell.
It's simply the land drop of the turn.
Yes, I think so.
I don't think he plays Metallic Rebuke.
Look the pressure that Ponza can put on board on turn
7/6.
So
on turn 4.
In total, 8 damage plus the X of 5 damage on the untap.
Yeah.
On the next turn.
It happens the next turn.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that it is impossible to prevent the damage at this point.
Yeah, I think. It
happens naturally in the upkeep. So
yeah, In this moment, also the Karkan Shaman is not an option because there aren't
too
enough
few artifacts on the battlefield. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And even in that case, it's very.
I think maybe if he plays something like Red Furnace, Karkan Shaman, another Blood Fountain, if you have the critical mass to wipe the bird out.
Yes, but you will remain
You
with
under
only
train the same.
Maybe one or two lands, and in the opposite side you untap the 5
No,
damage.
you under train the same, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, I think so. So Deadly Dispute searching for the hope for this match.
Yeah, Holland, like the beginning of Scryfall. This is the end. Yeah, right. Maybe yes, maybe no.
In this case, this is the power of Ponza. Deal with the blow up some land and then put the biggest threats of the format on board.
Let's go. Here we go.
So
that's yours.
Does he miss the
5 damage to you?
Yes,
he attacked before and no way out. No way.
Yes.
Paolo Don Francesco.
It's on fire.
Won this. The game it was apocalyptic.
Yes,
it was really quick and the Glamour gives that a turn of advantage that you need to put all the threats with no menace, no response for the opponent.
Before Chrysalid,
yeah.
Do you think that the matchup Ponza and Affinity was on the part of Ponza?
As we can say from the last match, that Chrysalis didn't appear.
Yeah,
you have that kind of start that are blast.
Yeah, but
really a blast of explosion of creatures and denial that doesn't you allow to do anything, and you put too big threats on the battlefield, and you cannot deal with it.
Yeah,
so
I think that the Chrysalid, the most incredible things that provide to this deck is the consistency.
Yeah,
because you can play this card, have a big threat that can block many threats on the format. Because it's
the reach ability is really useful.
It's huge. You can deal with the board state of Boros, of Orzhov.
Think about it. Chrysalis is a huge menace that you can cascade with a pirate.
Yeah.
But with the pirate, before Chrysalis, there's no creatures so big that you can cast with.
Yeah.
With a cascade. But the Chrysalis is a 3/4, but can 2/3. But I was thinking about the tokens. It's a 2/3 that is virtually a 4/5.
Yeah.
That can grow more if you have the token, for example, for the Malevolent Rumble, the token for another Chrysalis. So it's a threat that you can cascade with the pirate.
Yeah.
That can grow bigger than the pirate.
Another incredible point is that it can allow you to pass from turn 3 to turn 6 in one moment. Because if you ramp a little bit on turn 3, you can play Chrysalid, and on turn 4, you are able to cast a 7 mana threats.
Yeah, with a huge board.
Yeah,
yet on the battlefield.
Yeah,
you can protect better the initiative with the tokens. You have a lot of blockers.
Also, in this moment, you can pick your Titan Blade
and put it away and throw it away
and cast a fling. So, yes, and the second Chrysalids can create a
huge advantage as a Redundant that the effect will stack. So you can have a bigger board presence.
Yes,
but at the cost of the card advantage, as we said before. There are not lists that played Sarulf's Packmate or the elf that's let you draw when it enters the battlefield. So you can are more top deck dependent right now, but you have big threats to put on the battlefield.
This is a huge point because Ponza, before this kind of card, before Modern Horizon 3, had only bad mid-range card.
Yep.
Because all the 3 drops or 4 drops were very bad, were very not optimal.
Average.
Yeah,
Average. This is wonderful. The old ones are average, so Ponza was an average deck.
Yeah.
President gives a huge boost. As we can see from the data of the tournament, the second deck most played at the PauperGeddon is a huge achievement for a deck like Ponza, I think. So
it's interesting that if you saw the metagame of the TPP, there was
that's an interesting
Colgate,
point. That's an interesting point.
There was Colgate on top after Ponza, but seeing this kind of metagame, Colgate is like
27.
Yeah, it's like 27.
4.2%. Yeah.
Even if
the meta is pretty the same, but I think that the meta game of the top upper player and of the main event is pretty the same. This is a rare thing because, as you can confirm, last editions of top upper player have a totally different meta game.
Yeah. Now the only point is Colgate, even though
the real difference is Colgate.
Even though Colgate won the title.
So shut up, everybody. No, but I think that Simone Ledda won the instead of the deck because Simone Ledda is a really good player from Lega Pauper Cornaredo, a friend of us. So I think that he completely deserved the title of champion.
Yes, Yes,
you have a good successor.
He played very well, so he deserved that the title and the eternal glory to be a top
in the Hall of Fame
player.
of Pauper. Yeah.
Yes.
You were the first one to... No, you were the second champion, officially champion. Yeah.
Yes, I was the second.
Okay. So we can take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, we will take a little break. We're setting up the feature match for the next round.
Yeah.
The next one is the 7th round, right?
Is the 6th.
The next one is the 6th.
This the 6th. So we will be back very soon.
I forgot how to count.
Yes, we will be back very soon with the 6th round of this PauperGeddon Spring Edition 2024.
With Will Hall and Andrea Piemonte on the booth. So, see you later.
See you later.
Bye.